Peace. Who in here with me? Peace to you. I wanted to make sure I went live tonight because I said I was going to do it earlier today and I didn't get the opportunity, so that's why I am here. Just want to thank everybody, but I'm going to give everybody a chance to come on in here. I don't know what this conversation is going to be. I just want to connect with y'all, and I feel like I'm probably going to end up channeling. We're trying to get the kids ready for bed, so we multitasking. That's why Ernest's not right here in the camera with me. So peace to everybody. Peace, Angel Army. Ashe. Yes. Moderators, thank you. Thank you, moderator. We need y'all. We've been getting a lot of trolls lately. Peace and blessings to you, Amani. Hi. Yeah. Who else in here with me? Yes. Who else is in here with me? Thank y'all for being here and jumping on. I know it's like a Thursday. Peace, Jovial. Yes, Jovial oneness. I like that. Javiel or Jovial. Javiel. Thank you. Peace to you, Coco. Yes, happy solar return. Thank you. Yes, I love it. It's Libra season, but we get in the energy of Virgo, so it's just, and I got a Virgo rising, so yeah, my sun, moon, and rising, Libra sun, my moon is Scorpio, and my rising sign is Virgo. So it's a lot of my energetic makeup connected to everything and everybody, so that's why I wanted to go live today. Peace, T. Thomas. Yes, you did make it. Peace, Unicorrector. Peace to you. Peace, Aaliyah Shaw. Peace, MTL. Yes. Okay, so I got 8 people in here. We can get started. Thank you for those of you all who knew that it was my birthday and wish me happy birthday. I'm 41 today, and I'm just really, really thankful to just be here to see another year. Yeah, I'm just very thankful. I wanted to connect with y'all. I just felt like it was important to do it, and I'm gonna try to get this out. You know, I do my videos when I move to do so, just intuitively and what I feel. And today, when I woke up today, it really wasn't even on my mind that this was my solar return today, because I woke up channeling. Like, I woke up getting these heavy downloads and I just couldn't stop them. So, oh, Coco, yours today as well. That's why it's the twin. Ashe, Coco, you are special. You the first person I ever met born on the exact same day. Like, me and some of my best friends were like a day apart, a week apart, 2 weeks apart. Both of my daughters, one of my daughters is 13 days away from my birthday, and my other daughter is 19 days away from my birthday. Actually, no, 22 days away from my birthday. So it's funny how my daughters like came in the same energy. I don't look 41. Oh, well, thank goodness for that. I always said, like, why do we have to age, you know? Like, as you awaken, you don't have to age. Yes. Thank you for that. Thank you, Beauty DD. Oh, my best friend called to tell me happy birthday. I had so many people I haven't responded to, and I'm on here. Y'all family, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you, Tanya Sia, Tenacia. Thank you, Tenacia. Ashe. So, yes. Greetings, Terrence. What's up? So, I want to share just something really quickly with y'all. First of all, last night, oh, thank you. Yes, I had to. This is an initiation for me for the next 40 years of my life, to do things that I have never done before, or do things that wasn't done for me as a kid. This is part of me reparenting myself. So, you know, I didn't get to do the crowns and tiaras. So I went all out and got me a crown. So this is the idea that you can use too to help heal your inner wounded child. Do stuff special for your birthday. Maybe it's a toy that you wanted when you was a kid and you never got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do stuff like that for yourself to celebrate yourself. The more that you feed the divinity within you, the more that you feed your higher self, the energy to be in alignment so that you can be better and so that you can evolve and quicken your spiritual evolution. The more that you give yourself, fill yourself up with bliss and fill yourself up with things that are going to heal the wounds, the more you're able to connect with a timeline that has a better trajectory. So you're not having to live fate. You're able to live destiny of your own creation. So that's just a little tip on something that you can do on your birthday to help you all to manifest the life that you desire. Oh, wow. That is another 5. Wow. So yes, thank you, Amani. So this is something that we could do. So real quick, like I said, we're trying to get the kids in the bed. So, you know, I got Ernest, he doing the kids thing and I'm doing this thing. But I just want to say that I appreciate y'all so much. When this channel first started, I had no idea where it was going to go, what was going to happen. I'm just really, really thankful. Thank you, Terrence. I'm so thankful. I feel like I want to channel, though. I feel like I need to channel. So I just want to say to you all, the most important thing right now is to remember who you are. And if you don't remember who you are and you're still trying to figure out who you are, whether you are a healer, whether you are a chaos magician who can take chaotic energy and make something beautiful come from it, and it's just something you do naturally, whether you are an awakening goddess, whether you are an awakening god, whether you have an archetypal energy of Anpu and you've been wanting to elevate and operate in that energy. Maybe you have a very Mayat-like energy which you're very balanced and you desire to see balance and harmony. That's me, especially with having the Libra as my sun sign. You know, that's like my thing, balance, the energy of Mayat. So yes, don't forget who you are. For those of you like, maybe I don't quite know who I am. If you're watching this and you are awakened, you are an awakened one. You are a chosen one. So just start there. You are divinity expressing itself in a human life, you know? So just take control of the narrative of your life. Do it every single day. Just become conscious. Just watch yourself. Watch your thoughts. Watch the way that you respond and react, especially to children. The way that we treat children, the way that we treat our pets, which is like family, like familiars for some people, the way that we treat animals, like whatever it is, watch that. The way that you treat Mother Earth, you want to watch that. The way that you're treating yourself, you want to watch that. And then when you see yourself not being in alignment with your higher self, don't judge it. Just be like, okay, I noticed that. That's an area where I can improve, right? So with that being said, like I'm so used to doing for everybody else. So I found as many things as I could find to do for my own self for today, just to take my narrative and begin reworking my narrative to be in alignment with where I'm going. For those of you all who are trying to manifest something or get somewhere and it seems like it's been difficult to get there, I just want to tell you that you want to act as if, act like you're already there. If you desire to see yourself to, maybe you want to have, you know, luxury and you would like to live a lavish life, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, and maybe you don't have those things right now. Well, you might have on an outfit that you got from Walmart, but you go wear it and you go put it on as if you have on the most luxurious, best threads in the world. It's the mentality. And so what's happening is with the energy coming in, the reason why so much chaos is coming in and so many things are being exposed is because all of us, we're going through this purging again, you know, and in this purging, we're having to get our lives in order. We're having to pay more attention to the things that are areas of dysfunction, that are areas of darkness that we haven't dealt with yet, that we haven't faced. And so you want to do that every day. And it's hard. at times, but it's so rewarding that that's going to keep you motivated to keep doing that, to master yourself. It's so important to do that. You know, the ancestors, I put some of the potion on my third eye last night before I went to sleep. And it's crazy. I just want to tell y'all, for those of you who are awakening, like, you're going to be constantly getting bombarded with thoughts and with energies. You don't know where it's coming from. And it's making you question your magic. It's making you question yourself. It's making you question your path. It's making you question your awakening. It's making you wonder, damn, do I need to just go back to religion? Do I need to go back to the Bible? Maybe I need to do nothing at all. You know, like, I don't know what to do. And so the energy, that's the 3D matrix trying to hang on, and is bombarding us to keep us from pressing in. And so when I was sitting today, well, this morning meditation and a dream I had last night, you know, I told my ancestors and my spirit guides, I was like, if y'all could lead me safely to where it is that I need to go tonight, I'm totally open to it and up for it. And I was like, and if it's meant for me to, like, you know, shrooms or ayahuasca or anything like that, like, I'm open and willing to that. So just begin guiding me in a way that you would desire for me to go. I have no judgment of anything anymore, because everything is everything. And I'm learning how to see the string of source within everything. And so I said that. I went to sleep, and I don't even think I got a chance to tell Ernest about the dream yet, but he'll get it. But I went to sleep, and I went to Africa. I was taken to Africa, and I was taken on a tour. And it was just like, it was just so awesome the way they welcomed me, where they had me, you know, come into certain villages and towns and cities, was showing me around. They was teaching me about the food, teaching me about herbs. They were teaching me about how, excuse me, and were teaching me about, like, recipes and, like, how they do things there and stuff. It was just really cool. They were teaching me about some of the music and the culture. Like, all this shit happened in my dream last night when I asked. So the ancestors are coming through so strong right now. So I want to tell y'all, like, really press in when it comes to your ancestors, because they're coming through very strong right now. When that energy start coming in, making you doubt yourself, you just want to push it out. Okay, so just push it out. Be like, okay, I hear that. But however, I do know that I'm a chosen one. I do know that I am awakening. I do know that I have free will. I do know that I have sovereignty. I do know that I am a co-creator. I do know that I've been through a lot of things and I have survived. I do know that I'm going to make it where I'm trying to go, because I'm here right now, and it's on my mind and my heart, which means whatever my heart is desiring and pulling me to is because there is a place where I'm supposed to be, and I need the desire in order to lead me there. So that's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. I'm not the identity that I was given. I'm not my name. I'm not my gender. I like just letting go of your humanity, period. Like, I'm not attached to none of that shit no more. Like, it's something so much more important inside of me. It's something so much more important than you even know inside of you. And so I want to give this gift to you today on my solar return. I want to take advantage of this energy of me being in the exact alignment where I was when my soul incarnated into a very difficult life, into a very difficult vessel to be in. I just want to give this to you as a gift, because on the day that I was given the gift of life, it is for me to be able to share that energy of life with others and that energy of love with others. I want to build you up. I want to tell you thank you. I want to tell you that I believe in you. I believe in where you are. I believe in what you are doing. And now the challenge is for you to give that to yourself. So you take the gift. If you needed this, take this gift that you needed and give that to yourself. Nobody else has to believe in you as long as you believe in you. That's the most important thing. I said, what is the most important thing to get us through? To know that I am that I am. I am that I am. I may be strange, weird, unique. I may seem demonic to some people, but I am that I am. I am that I am. I'm sorry that you're judging me by the things that you see, but I am that I am. But what does that mean? I am. I am. I am. I'm unattached to this 3D world and all of the genres that's been created and divisions and titles and this and that. I am that I am. I am energy. I am source. I am love. I am a co-creator. I am blessed to be living in this time. I just am that I am, and I'm happy with that. I am breathing. I am that I am. Can you hear God in me? And they're like, what? Yeah, can you hear God in me? Every time I breathe, you hear God in me. Every time you breathe, I hear God in you. The goal is for us to see the divinity within each other. So outside of the identity, to see the I divinity is the goal. If you are able to just do this, practice this. I want to challenge you for the next 30 days at least to practice this every single day, seeing the divinity in people. I have even been looking at racist people and just seeing, can I see anything in there? You know, sometimes I look and it just seems like an organic portal and it doesn't seem like anything is in there. And it may not be a racist person, it could be many different things. But just challenge yourself to just be in that state of I amness. So when you're in a state of I amness, I have no need to judge everything. I can discern when I need to. I can decode when I need to, but I have no reason to judge everything. I'm unattached to that. For those of you who want to invite love into your life, be unattached. Be willing to open your heart and give that love. See, a lot of the chaos that's coming into the world is coming so that it can crack us open. Because we've been trying to do it, but it's like opening it up your heart completely and being vulnerable is so fucking scary. And so we be like, oh, I just want to be receptive to the things. I really want to believe in the laws of the universe. I want to see them work for me. I want to see the law of attraction work for me. I want to be able to get in the vortex. I want to shoot out these rockets of energy and intention and it comes back to me. And I'm like, I did that. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to be vulnerable in my relationships. I want to be able to be honest about how I feel. I want to not have to suppress how I'm feeling. I want to feel comfortable enough that it's okay for people to not like me. It's okay for people to be mad at me. It's okay for people to hate me. It's okay for people to be jealous of me. That everybody has a right to feel however they want to feel. I have no judgment on nothing. I am that I am. I am that I am. And I have no right to control how everybody thinks and feel about me. That's not for me to do. So a lot of us have not been able to control ourselves, our lives, the way we think, our patterns, the way we feel, our behaviors, our manifestation, being able to deliberately manifest because we get very bogged down and concerned with what other people are thinking. And you can't think both. Okay? You can't, wherever you give your attention to is where your energy is going to flow. And so you're actually like, they don't even have to be a parasite. You're like bleeding yourself out by caring too much about what other people think about you, the way you are choosing to live, your lifestyle, the decisions, the way you dress, who you choose to be with, what sex they are, what color just whatever. Acknowledge the soul within. So, that's why I don't talk a whole lot. Yeah, there's this interracial thing. Yes, we see the agendas. It's happening. That's all real. But on the 5D earth is going to be very different because the spiritual abilities that are opening up, we're going to be better able to take inventory of ourselves and take inventory of others. So you'll be able to see when the soul is residing within someone that is cut from a fabric that is resonant with yours. You'll be able to identify that fabric. You'll be able to identify what percentage of their fabric of being is this and that and what resonates and what doesn't. And what happens, the more you get better at doing that, the better your life gets because you're able to discern, oh, okay, you've been trying to be cotton, but you got a whole lot of polyester and I see it. Okay, well, that's not in alignment because I'm trying to live an organic life, right? So that's not in alignment. I don't want to be synthetic. So the synthetic relationships are dying. The synthetic things in your life are dying. Okay, so the war is between the synthetic things and the authentic things. Okay, synthetic versus authentic. This is the battle and the pull that you're feeling. This is why you're in and out of the ego. You're in and out of your heart. And so what has to happen is if you don't work on yourself and open your heart, life is gonna and break it open for you. And it feels so bad when it's happening, but I want to encourage you and let you know, because the rest of the year is going to be tumultuous. I want to encourage you and let you know you have to talk to the I amness in yourself so that you can connect with source, with your source energy. That way, no matter what happens with the whole end of the world scenario, the pandemic, the vaccines, we can go on and on and on. There's so many things going on. Y'all see me post on a community page all the time. I post the things that I see that stick out and speak to me, and I get light codes from these things. And so I don't always give y'all the light code. I just give you the resource so that you can begin connecting with source and drawing down this energy through your crown chakra as well. So that's so important for y'all to do that, so that when we come more into uncertainty, we will be the ones that will have a sense of stability, because we've been in the ocean longer. We've been in the rocky waves longer. So it's like we're not going to be seasick. We're going to feel it. We're going to know it's happening. but it's not going to have the same impact on us. So continue to go within and work on yourself. Do whatever you got to do to do that. Do whatever you got to do to heal. This is not the time to make excuses. This is the time to take action. This is the time to do your best. And I know because I'm sitting in front of y'all, it might look like sometimes I got it all together, but oh my goodness, me and Ernest do not. And that's why we try to be vulnerable and transparent with y'all about that. You know, and so there are times where meditation, I don't be excited to meditate all the time. It's weird. I love it. I love doing it. I've been very successful with doing it. But when I get ready to do it, it's a million other things on my mind. I'm like, this is just a waste of time. You slept 2 hours last night and you go lay here and meditate for an hour. You need to just go to sleep. And it's just a discipline for me to say, you know what? No, but I'm going to sacrifice that hour of sleep to meditate. Why? Why are you doing this? This is the ego, because the ego feels unsafe when new shit start popping up. Why are you doing this? Because it's necessary. It's necessary. I'm an essential worker. The awakened ones are the essential workers, you know? We are the essential workers. And so we are here to help balance the scales just by you being present. Y'all don't have to be out doing a whole lot and conquering, feel like you're conquering the world, because a man or woman who is able to master themselves is more powerful than someone who can conquer a whole city. And that's something that's kind of talked about in the Bible as well. You know, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And so a truly spiritual person can look at anything and learn something from it, and something can speak to them. When you're religious minded, you can only look at one thing, one book, and that's the only thing that speaks to you at a point where it causes transformation. So it's such a blessing, not a blessing, because I don't want to speak you to be less. It's such a blessing to be in bliss. Why not? Why can't we have bliss? Why can't we have heaven on earth? We can, and we are creating that. But in order to do that, you must descend into your hell first. There's no other way. You have to do it. If you do not choose to do it, life is going to do it for you, because your agreement in your soul contract was to awaken in this time, and that as you awaken, you will begin to perceive things differently, perceive illness differently, perceive death differently. You're going to respond differently to these things when they happen. Perceive losing a job differently. You're not going to respond the way you have been programmed to respond in a 3D matrix, because your perspective, your consciousness is trying to expand itself. So situations will occur in your life that forces you to expand, but first it's like the implosion is going to happen, but first you have to go within, you know. And so with that being said, it may be difficult to meditate. Just keep trying. There are many forms of meditation. Find the one that works for you. Maybe Tai Chi, maybe having some movements and some elements is better for you. Maybe those who like to dance. I like the belly dance, you know. I love to belly dance. It's fun. I need to do it more, but that may work better for you. You can meditate and manifest while you're doing that. You can manifest while you're having sex, while you're masturbating. Like, let nothing that you do be mundane. Make sure that you bring your spirituality, bring your soul's essence into everything that you do. If you have a mundane job, make sure that you're connecting with your soul and taking it to that job with you. You don't know who you could be helping just by your presence, your frequency being in that place. So with that being said, I didn't know I was going to be on here this long and do this, but I'm channeling and don't feel like I need to stop. So I'm going to keep going. I'm so thankful for my beautiful partner, because it's a lot being with me, not just being the oracle, but being a goddess, awakened, who knows who she is. It's a lot. An empath. It's a lot. He has a lot of responsibility on him, because like most relationships, he can't get away with not a damn thing, you know, nothing. And that's a level of accountability of a God. So for those of you who want to be in relationships that challenge you to this point, whether that's twin flame, soulmate, or you could be a crossover of both, like me and Ernest are, I just want you to know that by you mastering yourself and working on yourself in this way, that is opening up that sacred space for the individual to come so you can grow together. But if you have not been able to find peace within yourself, with your flaws, with the things you don't like, the things you can't change, then it's going to be more harm than benefit getting into a partnership. So this is really good time for those single people, and for people who are not fully committed, or whatever your situation might be. This is a great time just to focus on yourself and focus on going within, because when you seek the goddess first within you, everything else shall follow. With that being said, for those of you who are wondering how I'm going to get my breakthrough, I know I'm supposed to do something, but it seems like something is making me stagnant and I can't figure out what it is. Every time I do a reading, this usually comes up. And what's happening is because the thing that you're here to do is very unique, it's different, it's rebellious. It may look a little demonic, evil, wicked, angelic. It could be so many things. You might be here to be a fairy, like literally a fairy incarnate. Like I'm of the fairy realm. That's why I look like a freaking Tinkerbell. You know, I used to hate it, but I know I look like Tinkerbell. If Tinkerbell was a black woman, she would probably look like me. You know, just that uniqueness and embracing that and just being like, you know what, I love this. I love these things about myself. This is so important. Like I give love to myself and I'm open to receive love from others. Don't shut your heart down. The trauma shut us down. Okay, so work on opening it up. The meditation that I have, the Arcturian chakra alignment, you can use that until we roll out the root chakra. We're going to roll out a whole package. We're going to give y'all all the essentials that you need to be able to get that root chakra balance. It is so, so, so important right now. The star that has been coming through, I'm all over the place, but I just got to get this out because I couldn't rest today. And I knew that I wasn't going to sleep tonight until I got this out. But the star, the FBRs, these radio signals that have been coming in from space, every 16 days, this pulsar sends this very specific radio signal. So you know that it is an intelligent life that is sending this. And I've been sitting on it for a while, like, what is this? How does this relate? It has to have some type of correlation with those of us who are awakening to these things, those of us who are coming out of duality, coming out of the need for so much contrast and polarity, and just being able to co-create in a very deliberate way that's strategic and spiritual and beautiful and sacred, and that we can take whatever is thrown at us and eventually works out for us. Like what is going on has got to be connected, and I got it today. And I don't, it may be more that comes, but I'm going to tell you what's happening. This will probably be the first time you heard this because I went looking and nobody else got this or made this connection. So what's happening with this particular signal and the particular galaxy where it's located, where it's coming from the connections that I have made and the downloads I've been getting, this is activating the grid system on the earth right now. So this includes all of the pyramids, not just the ones in ancient Kemet, but all of the pyramids in China and every other country, in Mexico, the pyramids in the United States, the mounds. We have mounds in Arkansas and all over. So what's happening is the earth is receiving this frequency that's being sent by these intelligent higher dimensional beings within another galactic system, and they're sending it to activate. So yes, the ancient Kemet knew what they were doing, and so yes, those signals are coming in, and so what it's doing is hitting the grid system, right? And so there's this angel, and this angel is called Sandalphon. Babe, could you bring my portable charger out of my backpack in the small pocket and the silver charger? Okay, that's activating specific ley lines that have been dormant. And as above, so below, as within, so below, as within, so without. So some of the activations within you of the things that have been dormant, there's a specific grid system right within us. If you work with crystals and you create grids with your crystals, I don't know, do y'all do that? If y'all don't do that, I can tell y'all how to do that too. Maybe I just need to start doing videos on some of the basics. Just the silver cord to plug it in here. That's all I need. The one that was in the truck. So you're being challenged right now and you feel it. And it's because the activations are wanting to come through. So again, it's almost like it's splitting our cells. It's splitting us open. Ashe, thank you for that. Who is that? B. Parker, thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. May what you gave return to you 30, 60, 100-fold. Ashe. It is done. It is done. So this is the key. This is the thing you've been waiting for. Like, this is what we've been waiting for. So I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna feel the pressure, okay? Today, I felt so much pressure. I was torn between helping my kids get through homeschool and doing a video or writing a blog or doing some research or putting a new documentary together or going live or channeling. Like all this was on my mind because I knew that I was supposed to connect with y'all today. I knew that it was something that needed to come through me. And so I was wrestling with it this morning, and Ernest was just like, babe, you know what? I was just like, it's crazy, but I'm starting to feel like, what's the lady name in Matrix? Is her name Sophia? It was the black lady in the Matrix, the Oracle. And she was helping the children to bend spoons, which is just symbolic of being able to bend anything that is dense, anything that is of the 3D matrix matter. And the reason why they chose spoons, because spoon is metal, and so metal is one of the strongest alloys, one of the strongest elements on the planet, to let you know that you are so strong that even the strongest element on the planet can be bent by you. Thank you for that donation. I say y'all just raining on me today. Thank y'all for the donations. Hit that like, y'all, so people can continue to find us and we can continue to reconnect with our soul tribe. May that return to you, Laverne, 30, 60, 100-fold. Ashe. Ashe. It's so many other things I could tell y'all because I had some really fast 24-hour manifestations from ritual and spell work that I've been doing. My levels as far as that have been increasing. Back to the point. Okay, so you're being activated by these signals coming from this star. You're being activated by Betelgeuse, and Betelgeuse potentially going supernova soon. We're being activated by some of the asteroids that are coming. It is not by mistake that so many asteroids and meteorites and comets. We actually saw one the other day. I tried to catch it on camera, but I missed it because it went behind the trees. But we saw a meteorite or asteroid falling right at sunset, clear as day. Everybody saw it. And I was like, wow, that's like really dope. We got to see that. And I get to see this a lot. If y'all look at my old videos, you will see that I caught 3 meteors back in 2012. Ashe, thank you. May that return to you 30, 60, 100-fold, Justina B. Yes, Ashe. So, okay, yes, I'm meeting a lot of needs. I know a lot of y'all got stuff on your mind, on your heart, and questions, and I think I'm probably like drawing all of that in collectively, and it's just coming out like this. So bear with me and take what you need from this. So now that you're being activated, so what is happening is the challenge. If you are in a space and that space is like no longer for you, that could be job, relationship, that could be even with like certain herbs and stuff, and even medications that my body used to tolerate, my body cannot tolerate it anymore. I'm having to give my body a break. I can't take too many herbs. I used to just take a whole lot of them. I'm having to do that. Just listen to your body, okay? Your body knows. Oh, thank you, B. Parker. You are amazing. 36 to 100-fold. While y'all doing this, let me say this. There is an ancient Japanese form of having money returned to you. It's called arigato. I know y'all probably already know because y'all just, thank you, Coco. Blessings to you too, sis. September 24th. That's my birthday, my solar return, sister, right there. Yes, Ashe. 30, 60, 100-fold return to you. Yes, it is so. So, as I was saying, so y'all listen, arigato, we a lot of us know this already. Arigato, let me tell you why it's so important. It's very important what you do with your currency, whatever form of currency that is a form of energy. Remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. For those of us who came through religion, we remember the teaching that you want to plant seeds in fertile soil. You don't want to plant it on the path where birds will take it, where people will walk on it. You don't want to cast pearls to swine either. So you are to be very, very discerning about what you do with your energy, right? Because you create contracts with currency. Currency creates contracts. It could be many different levels, but currency, what you do with your currency creates a contract and it affects your heart. There was a scripture that says a man's treasure is wherever his heart is, and his heart is wherever his treasure is, right? And so you can typically watch what you do with your money and you can see where your heart is. So if 80% of your money goes to retail shopping, well, then that may be a form of therapy. That could be a form of a spiritual bypassing, where you're kind of just, because you could be buying a lot of spiritual stuff. Maybe getting a lot of readers and things like that. And sometimes when we do that, we're bypassing something. It's something that wants to be healed, and we're reaching for ways to soothe ourselves. But the old ways of soothing ourselves don't work for us no more. I know y'all can relate to this. So open your mind and your heart to find new ways to self-soothe that are in alignment, maybe not with who you are right now watching this video, but who it is in your third eye that you can see yourself becoming, who it is in your heart that you can feel yourself wanting and desiring to be, okay? So arigato, arigato, you can research that. So what we do with our currency, what we do with our money is really a really big deal, because that determines, that is a determining factor in the reality that you are creating for yourself. So when you sow seeds into fertile soil will be anybody who you feel is tapped into a frequency that is a frequency where you know that this is a frequency of love. You know that this is a frequency of compassion. You know that this is a frequency of someone who has a higher perspective, a higher consciousness. We want to pay attention to that. And this is why being in church and giving money and not really knowing exactly what you were sowing to, not really knowing the intentions and motives of the person that you were sowing to, it kept us in contracts, okay? It kept, thank y'all for the cash apps. I see you. Thank you, Letitia. May it return to you 30, 60, 100 fold. Thank you for the PayPals. So what happens is when you are doing it, be conscious of that. So think about it. We was buying a whole lot of Tommy Hilfiger, for those of you who grew up in the black and brown community, a lot of Tommy Hilfiger, stuff like that. And all of a sudden he come out and he's like, I'm not making my clothes for black people. If you know, and then if you continue to sow money into that, well, you were sowing your money into the very thing maybe that you know is not beneficial and it ain't straight with you. You know that racism is not like, no. So you withdraw yourself from those things. This will break contracts, because what you do, you create a double standard and you create double-mindedness. So if you are aware that something is not good, when I found out that the KKK were creating those Crown air fresheners and Snapple, even at the time before I was fully conscious, or conscious at the point where I am now, I said, I'm not buying that shit no more. I'm not giving my money to something, because what happens is you help to hold up that God. You help to that power to keep its principle, his principality, whatever region that is over. When you give your money to that, you're helping that energy, even if you're anti what the energy stands for, by you sowing currency into that, even though it's just fiat, it's just paper with printed on it. But as we know that magic, it don't even have to be real money. We do rituals with gold coins. It's not really real gold coins, but in the spirit realm, it's still real. You see what I'm saying? So that's why if you ask, like, give me more money, universe, I'm believing law of attraction, bring me more money, you find a dime the next day. The universe is not going to be like, you wasn't specific, you know? So you got more money. So to the universe and to that energy, it's just more money, and you got what you asked for. Thank you for that donation. Who was that? Did I miss somebody? Jovial. I like to make names sound like elegant and shit. So if I'm messing it up, it's not intentional. Thank you for the donation. 555, such a beautiful number. Ashe. You know, 5 represents grace. Grace. And we are in need of that, to give it to ourselves. Real talk, because we don't give it to ourselves enough. So thank you for that. 36 to 100 fold, may they return to you. So y'all, it takes to go from being a holy hip hop rapper, a prophet in the church, a Bible study teacher, right? And I lived it very publicly, very openly, to be where I am now was a major sacrifice. But you see the payout, you see the payoff. So I want to encourage you, if it's something you're sitting on the fence about, you know you're going to lose people. You know you're going to lose relationship. You might lose money. Things might happen. It's okay. So what you do, you set your intentions and you make sure that your intentions are clear and pure, okay? And as strong as possible. When you do that, you cannot go wrong. So when you give anything, make sure that you are giving and sowing into energy, right? That is in alignment with you, where you are now or where you are going. Can't always do it. You might find out that Starbucks is ran by people who, you know, have participated in a lot of very non-beneficial, harmful things. You might just one day really need that green tea to keep you going. You know, you could be falling asleep and you driving out of town. It's a Starbucks. Like there are times where you make exceptions, but just don't make a habit of, if most of your money is going into corporations and not black owned business or even small business or brown owned business or whatever. Like we know the areas of people who have been oppressed and mistreated and abused and stuff like that. So every opportunity that you get to support that, do that. For those of you who have not gotten to the flow of abundance yet, this is one of the main blocks of getting into the flow of abundance. And so one thing that I do, I take all of my change, I collect it. This was even when I was homeless and really didn't have anything, I would do this. I would collect change and I would always give. And sometimes it was just a nickel. And I would be like, literally, I have 20 cents and I'm going to give you this nickel and keep 15. And I've always been very spiritual minded. Even when I was practicing religion, I was forcing myself to be religious, but I really always was spiritual, the way I am, and very non-judgmental and able to just tap into that energy of spirit, of source. And so I was doing that, and I would always say, I'm giving you a nickel now, but there's going to be a day where I'm going to be able to do so much more. So don't look at this nickel like it's just a nickel. Trust me, the energy attached to this nickel, because of my essence, it's a big deal. And this nickel will buy something for you that it really shouldn't be able to buy. Like, real talk. You are the money, right? You are the currency. You are the power. You are the energy. So you may not have everything that you want. You can put this into any aspect of your life, because some of y'all are pretty good. Like, I do a lot of readings with people and they're like, yeah, financially I'm pretty good, I'm stable, but in this area I lack this and I like that. You know, I haven't had success in this area, maybe my love life or whatever. You can use this for any area of your life. Okay. So with that being said, the challenge now is to bring yourself to a point, because I had somebody ask me recently in a reading, is it okay for me to start doing divination? I'm out of religion now. I'm done with it. I don't want to go back. Thank you for that donation. Ashe, Beauty DD. May return to you 30, 60, 100-fold. Ashe. So that could be it for you. You know, sow the seeds where you desire to reap. And if you've been reaping a lot of frustration in your life, it's probably because you sow a lot of seeds of frustration. It's possible that when you go into being unconscious of yourself, you respond to people. I catch myself doing it, because when you start being awakened, I mean, you learn how to witness yourself. You don't have to have somebody else stand over you and like, hey, that's immoral, that's wrong, don't do that. That, you know, when you come into spirituality, you carry your own scales and you weigh your own heart. And when your heart is not light as a feather, and when you are below the veil of consciousness in that moment, sometimes we respond and react in ways that are in alignment with our old self, our false self, our lower self, our shadow self, and not our higher self. So when you do that, you're sowing seed and energy into being something that you don't want to be anymore. So you see what happens with the law of attraction, why it goes wrong a lot of the times? Because consciously, you might be spending 5% of your energy and manifesting this one thing, but the other 95 is coming from unconscious, subconscious programming. And so it's causing it to be like constantly like bumping heads, you know? And so pay attention to how you talking to your children. Pay attention, because oftentimes when we talk to them in ways and we don't like it and we feel like we should be beyond that, that's because that's how you self-talk and hear to yourself. And it comes out with our children or with our spouse or with other people. I'm not saying you got to be perfect. Sometimes people need to be went off on. Sometimes people need to be told the truth. Like, real talk. A lot of spiritually awakened people, a lot of us were empaths and highly sensitive as children, and indigo children, star seeds. And so we had a level of spirituality and psychic abilities we didn't fully understand. And so we ended up having to create these huge egos and having to create these really powerful shadow aspects of ourselves to protect us at that time. But once you awaken, those shadow aspects are no longer needed to do what they were doing. Now the shadow aspects become they're not your adversary anymore. They become your allies. So if a shadow aspect of you is, you have a temper, and you can go from 0 to 60, and when you get there, sometimes you find yourself, it's not that you need to repress it and suppress it and pretend like you don't have the issue and it's not there, but you need to sit with yourself and be like, okay, that's a lot of energy. Is there something else I could be doing with that energy? You may not be able to just stop yourself from responding and reacting like that until you have healed whatever core wounds is attached to that level of rage, anger, and frustration. So you say, where else can I put this? And it might be working out. It might be putting that somewhere else in an area of your life where you need fire up under your ass to get you moving. It might be finally writing that first chapter of that book that you're supposed to write. It's so many different things, and you want to take that energy and say, you know what, energy, I want to honor the energy behind this emotion, but I don't have to allow this energy to have the same motion it's always had. I have awakened. I am the God of my own life. I am the goddess of my own life. I'm going to use that energy for something else. Sometimes I'm able to take that energy and clean up a closet or something that's really been needing it. And like the whole time I'm cleaning that shit out, I'm visualizing in my mind all of the triggers and wounds that cause me to act ways that I know is not in line with my higher self. So as I'm getting rid of shit, I'm imagining that I'm getting rid of shit. You know what I'm saying? From my programming. Like this, and then when you look at the pile or whatever you're getting rid of or going through or organizing, you're like, that right there represents, I just shed a lot of density that no longer serves me, right? And then you look at what's left and you like, I did that. That's me right there. That's in alignment with who I know I am. That's in alignment with who I know I'm becoming. So this is another way that you could practice this. A lot of questions that I'm getting, like I want to connect more deeper to my spirit guides. I would like to connect more deeper to my spirit animals. I would like to connect more deeper with my ancestors. Maybe you've had some experiences, but you desire more. Maybe you've had no experiences and you're waiting for it. The only thing that stops that is your own judgment. If you are judgmental of yourself, if you don't have faith and believe in yourself, and you're still kind of disconnected because you've been disempowered by so many things, building yourself up with the I am that I am. That is the most simple. There's so many mantras, affirmations, and so many things that you can do. But one of the most simple things is I am that I am, and visualize violet, purple flames just around you. Visualizing is not about actually being able to see the purple flames. It's more so to feel the purple flames, to feel the experience. Just imagine it. It don't have to be perfect. You don't have to. Sometimes when I would try to use my third eye, aka first eye, pineal gland, and I would be like, I can't even see the purple flames. But I'm like, no, I know what a purple eggplant looks like, right? I know what a flame looks like. All right, well, I can see it. I feel it, so I can see it. So this is why kind of like synesthesia. And this is like when people smell something, it makes them hear something, or they see something and it makes them taste something. Like that's just us coming online. They got all these names and stuff they're creating for, but we're coming online. And so the 5 senses are even starting to integrate, and they're starting to not be as divided. So this is why in conversation now lately, you probably had this experience. You're talking to people and you like, I see exactly what you're saying. But you hear what they're saying. Have you ever wondered why you say, I see what you're saying? If you ever said that, congratulations. You've already been using your third eye. So you got this. You got this. Okay? And I know all of y'all have said that at least one time in your life, which means you got this. You can hear something and say that you see it, okay? So with visualization, just believe that you see it and imagine the feeling of it, okay? You don't have to actually see it. Let go of the attachment of wanting to have these Marvel movie experiences. Sometimes it's just super subtle and simple, but it's no less powerful. The most powerful things often come in small packages. They're subtle, you know, and and don't allow the way things manifest and the way you've seen it to make you feel like, you know, you're unworthy to have that kind of experience. Just be receptive and have radical acceptance of yourself. Radical acceptance of yourself. It is not serving us to live in these bubbles anymore. The only bubble you should live in is the one that you create to protect you. So the purple light, I want to go back to the purple flame. I am that I am, purple flame. I am that I am, 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 that I am. I am that I am, 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 that I am. I am that I am, 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 that I am. I am that I am, that I am. I know y'all can feel the energy ramping up as I'm saying this. So when you get into a situation and you know somebody trying to make you feel less than, or maybe your own critical thoughts is making you feel less than, in that moment, I am that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. I am. Just feel it in here as you are saying. Connect the feeling to that. I am. I don't have to explain myself. I just am that I am. I don't have to be perfect. I just am that I am. My life does not have to be exactly how I want it to be right now because I am that I am. There is no time. There is no space. You know, I am not a mere mortal. I'm immortal. I'm immortal. When I leave this body, there's a whole other chapter in my book of life. I am that I am that I am. The reason why the purple flame is so important. Thank you for the donation, unit corrector. Ashe, 36 to 100 fold. You sneezing. What is that? That's cute. Oh, that's a bone. Okay, I'm like, you're sneezing. Okay, bless you too. But yes, can y'all feel that? Men, especially women too, but sometimes here and with like acupuncture and chakra meridians, this part of your body right here, and the thymus gland and it's activated. So sometimes you can I am that I am that I am that I am that I am, and this is just gonna help to pulsate this area to get the circuits moving, to be in alignment with the words that you are speaking so that you can draw that energy up and build that energy up in you. The reason why purple is so important is because within the light spectrum, if you notice, purple is really not a real color. Like, look at some of the color, look up color experiments and put purple behind it and watch what comes up. Purple is one of the most mysterious colors. It's very elusive. Nobody, you can't take a couple of lights and stack them on top of each other and make purple. When you try to do it, it turns white, right? So I was obsessed with the light spectrum and colors and the cones within the eyes, the red cone, the yellow cones, the green, that causes us to perceive these colors. It's just all perception. So if purple is very elusive like that, and so that means that purple is very, very sacred and divine. It's very unique, and it's still a mystery that has not been completely unfolded. So that's a really good energy to use to purify yourself, cleanse yourself, reset yourself. Okay. Okay. Another thing that I do, that I've been doing recently, that has been given to me to share with y'all, and these are like tools that we're going to use. These can be weapons, you know, you can look at them like that too. But the plasma, you're going to put, you remember the ball of light, you put your hands on it, and then the lightning bolts attract to the hands like that. So if you visualize a plasma ball, I usually use indigo or blue. Those colors have just always been, I was obsessed with the color indigo at age 5 when I first learned about Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I was like, indigo? Something stood out about blue, indigo, and violet. They seem elusive and mysterious to me even as a kid, and I was so obsessed with it. I would create bubbles, and I would go outside and spray the water from our in the garden or whatever, the garden hose, and I would direct it to the sun so I could create a rainbow just so I could stare at the indigo color. I did this like damn near every day that the sun was out as a kid. And I realize now why. Being an indigo child, being an oracle, and having these third eye, quote unquote, abilities, It manifests itself in my childhood in that way. And so yeah, of course, kids thought I was weird. Kids was like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you so, like you're looking for what? I see red, I see orange. Like, do anybody see indigo?" And they're like, "Well, I see blue and I see purple, but indigo is right in the middle of there." I don't know, it was something so mysterious and elusive about it that I wanted to figure it out, right? And I wanted to connect with that energy. So I use indigo, but use what resonates with you. Create a plasma ball around you before you leave the house. Okay, this is a really good thing for empaths especially, but all of us are empathic at some level. And so as we go further into the awakening, you're going to become more empathic. Trust yourself. This is going to help you build up trust with yourself. Keep it simple. Trust yourself. Don't let nobody knock you off your path, including yourself. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. You fall, it's okay. Get back up and get on it. Trust yourself. You must build up that trust. I told y'all that it was revealed to me that the root chakra is the devil. What was and taught to us as the devil. And so being able to balance out the root chakra, it helps you to trust yourself because it creates stability. So again, if y'all missed it, reparent yourself. Find things to do that you can do for yourself and give yourself that you didn't have as a kid that you feel like you should have had or wanted. Do that for yourself, okay? That's going to help for those of you who have not yet connected with your inner wounded child. Maybe you've tried to do a meditation and your inner wounded child, you could visualize yourself younger, but there was no interaction, there was no conversation. Sometimes your inner child just don't trust you yet because our inner child typically was harmed or hurt in some way by an adult, which made the inner child not trust adults. So just because it's you showing up don't mean your inner child go trust you. So you just have to build up the resonance. You have to create rapport, okay? And so by doing these things, it's creates rapport, and it's going to allow your inner wounded child to feel comfortable with you. So when you do a meditation, an inner child meditation, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And with my inner child, each meditation, I was able to get closer and closer and closer to eventually she allowed me to hug her and she hugged me back. And it was just the best feeling in the world because it went from like, I don't trust you, like I done been abused and this didn't happen and that didn't happen. I don't trust you. And like when I first was able to hug my inner child, it was like the dopest experience in the world. So if you have not had success with that, this is a good time to keep pushing through to do that. It hit me today, back to bending the spoons. I realized today, I was just like, I don't want to realize this, but self-realization, that's the key. I was put here, I'm one of the few oracles here. It's not a whole lot of oracles in this incarnation. Not who are living a conscious woke life, who are mastering themselves, who are training their ego, who's getting to know their demons, their inner demons, and learning how to transmute and work with them instead of trying to just kick everything out. Because some stuff, you need. You may not need it today, but you may need it later, You may need that very Lilith energy to help you to stop giving too many fucks about what people think about how you live your life and how you dress and what you do. So you want to feed those parts of you just by connecting, you want to connect, right? You want to integrate. So in order to have the new heaven and new earth, in order to get rid of so much division and duality, the integration must happen within you, within yourself. Remember, never forget this. Anybody who masters themselves is more powerful than someone who rules a whole city, And so it's a lot of responsibility, but it's so many beautiful, great things that come with it. It's worth the time. It would not be like anything else. And again, back to the money, currency, and energy. A lot of us have invested so much of our money, time, and energy, whether it's going to school to get degrees and stuff. And now you're like, damn, I got that psychology degree. I ain't even using it. I'm out of $100,000 going to school for this, and now this spiritual awakening has happened, and I'm going in a whole other direction now, and I feel called to do the complete opposite of what I was trained to do. Like, it's so many different things happening. And so the reason why school stopped and all of that, because it gave us the opportunity to pay more attention to what soil we are sowing our energy, attention, and currency into. Everything is energy, including money. And so that was able to give us a moment to reprioritize and get in alignment with the harmonic frequency, which is 13 months and not 12. Okay. The 1320 is harmonic. 1260 is not. So the whole Gregorian calendar in which we operate today, it was just created for the reasons that I'm talking about now, the spirituality of money, the metaphysics of money. This is what it was created for us to pay taxes in any way we could be taxed. It looked like we're on our way to being taxed for how much carbon we produce. So this is a way that you can use money, no matter how much it is, even if it's not real. You can give fake money to your ancestors and it's going to be acknowledged as real money. What makes something real? Something is real when it's real to you. That's the only thing that's necessary for something to be real. That's why what's real to one person may not be real to another person. But it's what's real to me, it's not supposed to be real to everybody else, and vice versa. So you have to ask yourself, what is the definition? How do I define that? Because the definitions that we've been given, we don't have to live by those. We can create our own narrative and create your own definitions. What is real to you? Whatever you can feel, that makes it real. Whatever you can resonate with, that makes it real. If you were saying that you are financially wealthy and you're not there yet, it's real. You know why it's real? Just because you feel the desire and pull to it, which is confirmation that you are. So by saying I am that I am, it is removing yourself from being a slave to the time matrix that we've been put in. You see what I'm saying? You're able to ascend out of time and space when you use the I am that I am that I am that I am. I am the violet flame. The violet flame of Saint Germain, you know, the goddess, the ascended master Tara, and Kobe Bryant and his daughter was an archetypal representation of that as well. And I talked about that in the Kobe Bryant video, one of the many, because he came through and gave me a lot of stuff. But I talk about that. So this is so important. So as the dollar is dying and it has been, they're printing more money and all this is happening, practice the spiritual economics. And keep it simple. And if you don't know anything else but what you learned tonight, that is perfect. And that is really a really good foundation for you to start. So just start applying what you know. The more that you apply what you know, the more light codes, downloads, and access you will have to the akashic records. Because you are actually using what you know finally. And it's real to you. This is how you conquer some of the shit, because really we are limitless. And today when they were just like, yeah, you want it, because I was like, how many oracles is it? They was like, it's not that many of you. We're not going to give you a specific number, but just know the percentage is very small. I'm like, well, damn, I don't know if I'm ready for this level of accountability. You know, like I don't remember asking for this. You know, and I was feeling bad because there was some things in my life I haven't mastered, being able to, you know, fully master yet. And Ernest was just like, babe, but you are teaching people how to bend spoons. Because I kept saying I should be teaching people how to bend spoons by now if I'm an oracle. He was like, you do. I was like, what do you mean? How? You know, I'm sitting up here right now feeling like I don't have control over a certain situation. And he was like, but babe, I watch you. People don't even know how sick you get. People don't even know how much pain you experience. People don't even know a lot of the things that's going on in the backgrounds, you know, behind videos and blogs and stuff. People don't even know what goes into all of that. Creating meditations. Like you are a great wife, great woman, great mother, great friend. Like I watch you every single day. Most people who had the level of experience, trauma, and pain and suffering that you've had would probably not be doing any of that. It would cause them to be very self-consumed, where their perspective, their peripheral eyesight in the spiritual world would be limited. You have shown people that you can have shackles, quote unquote, things that still like shackled to you and still can do much. Sometimes do more in your shackles than some people can who are free, because they mind don't know they free. So even though somebody else may seem to have less things oppressing them and keeping them bound, stagnant, and locked in one place, just because they mind not free, they're not even fully getting the full potential of whatever it is and utilizing that. So by you getting your mind free, you are opening yourself up to potentials that are in alignment with who you are in your innermost being. Thank you for that, Leslie. Ashe. Every time I see your beautiful face, I just know who you are. I'm going to have to watch the playback. I'm so late. Peace to the family. Ashe. Peace to you, basic and boring. Yes, watch the playback. It's good, and it's timeless. So it's going to always be as good, no matter when you find it. And speaking of which, so yes, I am already teaching people to bend spoons, and Ernest is right. And he was like, when you show up and when you create the things that you create and the level of adversity that you have, that is bending matter. That is learning how to take lead and turn it into gold. That is what that is. That is what you do. Just because you can't walk in the kitchen right now and grab a spoon and bend it, don't let that make you feel some kind of way. You are doing this, and you motivate and inspire me to be better as a man watching you. Ashe, thank you. Thank you, Tanasia. May it return to you 30, 60, 100-fold. You too, Leslie. If I didn't say that to you, Ashe. Oh, it's so sweet. You welcome. So, only reason why y'all on here watching me right now resonate is because whatever you see in me that you adore and you admire, it's because it's in you. I'm just a mirror reflection. We are a soul tribe, which means that the fabric of our being and our essence and the agreements and the mission in the age of Aquarius and us being here is connected. And if you want to go into the quantum physics and metaphysics of what I'm talking about, check out the playlist, Remnants RG Weirdo Gang 1. I got a lot of them. For Remnants Gathering. I got over 2,000 videos of research. So go, and you probably going to binge watching, but go through those playlists. I guarantee you, if y'all have been needing to be activated, like activations, being able to access the akashic records, being able to know more maybe about your past life or trauma, things that you need to heal, being able to better co-create the life that you desire, being able to be above the veil of consciousness more, being able to discern, decode, and see through a lot of the things in your own life and happening in the world. Things like that, you're gonna find it there. I created a new playlist today called Things the Oracle Watched. I think that's what it's called, Things the Oracle Watched. What the Oracle is watching or something like that. That's a new playlist because the others have so many videos, and sometimes I get tired of scrolling, but it's really worth the scrolling because I go through the haystack to find the needles and collect them. But the new one that I started, I was inspired to do that today when I got a full download of who I am and what I am to do. And it was so clear. The ancestors were like, don't forget who you are, because that's what happened to all of y'all. That a fallen angel means that someone who fell into an angle of light or angle of perception that is limited and separate from the soul, which is the whole self, the holy part of you, that is the one overseeing the operation of the avatar here in a 3D body. And it hit me really hard. I've been knew this, but it hit me in a different way. And so I got confirmation when somebody sent me a video from when I was a Christian 6 years ago talking about mass murder, genocide, and decapitation. And at the time I was saying of Christians. I realized now it was of people going through a Christ consciousness awakening, which is also Kundalini awakening. Okay? Kundalini awakening leads to a Christ consciousness. And so yeah, Ruiz. His last name is Ruiz. I cannot remember his first name right now. R-U-I-Z. You want to research Ruiz. I think he also wrote the book, The Four Agreements, if I'm not mistaken. Research him. He gets into the metaphysics and harmonics and specific frequency information and activations based on galactic origins, why we are here, when we are here, the mission and what we are to do and what is to come. So again, I have a lot of his stuff in the 4RG Weirdo Gang 1 playlist. Okay. So you can, if that makes it a little easier, go through that. So with that being said, some of you're about to step more into your soul's mission, and we all have more than one typically. But the place that mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, like location where you are, and the divine timing of that, in order to experience that, you have to be willing to renounce whatever. You have to be like, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. I'm just very neutral at this point. Like nothing is nothing and everything is everything at the same. I mean, you sound like you a damn riddle. You know, this is what Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz is all about. Is teaching that things is a matter of perspective, right? And that you can be in the state of no thing, right? And the reason why it works and it's so powerful, manifesting, attracting, because it puts you in a receptive mode to receive. Did I miss somebody? Put you in a receptive mode to receive. Ruiz, R-U-I-Z is how you spell his name. Peace Flex. Yes. Thank you, moderators. Make sure I put in the website up, y'all. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all, okay? We need that. We're building up our tribe, so it's necessary. Yeah. Yes. Look at those playlists. I'm telling you. I can't even count how many hours. If I had a PhD in research, yeah, it's in the playlists. Everything from the whole journey. But 6 years ago, I saw what was going to happen 2019, 2020, and I posted it. And somebody commented, I think they call themselves Green Tea. I posted on the community page, and they were like, yo, the law got passed. Yep, that's it, Ruiz. The law got passed, and what you were talking about, I think it's Miguel Ruiz, but the four agreements, he talked about the twin flame experiment. He talks about the Mayan calendar. He talks about the harmonics, and he breaks down a lot of sacred geometry, astrology, and he uses many different forms of astrology, okay? Whether it's sidereal or he does a combination of all of that. So yes, all in the playlist is very, it's hard to listen to at first. It's kind of like reading, writings of thought, some of those writings, some in the book of Enoch, it's a little hard to decode, but just read it and let the information come in and it will unlock itself as it needs to in divine timing. Okay. You just listened to the 4 agreements last night, Flex. See what I'm talking about? Soul Tribe shit. That's Soul Tribe shit. That's a shirt right there. Soul Tribe shit. Yeah, and we got some Wink If You Woke shirts too, y'all. That should be on the website. If it's not, I'll make sure that we get it on there. Wink If You Woke. Like everywhere we go, people want those shirts. Like, yo, where you get this shirt from? And Isis gave the idea to me to Wink If You Woke and to put the owl on there because owls see in the dark. They see in the night. And so, yeah, we see through the darkness, we're venturing into the darkness. We're transmuting the darkness. We came into this world to go into the darkness because so many people are afraid to do so, right? And come out of it and like, yo, the darkness ain't even really nothing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, so the Wink If You Woke shirts, that like a really dope way to just express to the world. See, t-shirts and merch and stuff like that is spiritual too, because that's a way of tapping into a certain frequency. And that's also a way of emitting that frequency with a statement and with images and symbols. Very powerful. So we are very specific about the merch that we create. And there's always a specific intention behind it. Which means that you're going to have activations and manifestations just from the merch itself. So this is just an example of allow the spiritual part of the essence of your being be attached to everything that you do, and you will have the Midas touch, and it will impact and heal and just so many things, stuff you didn't even know you could do start happening. Just be more open. Be more open. Continue. Okay. For those of you who are a little confused about ancestors, Ali Myers, hands down, the best place to start. Understanding ancestor altars. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be exact. Your shrine does not have to be exactly how someone else's is. Just start off with the 4 elements, okay? Some incense, candle, you know, that can represent air and the fire element, you know, and a plant or a crystal, which represents the earth element, you know. And so these are some simple ways, and a cup of water, a glass of water. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Simple is powerful. You know, simple has definitely been slept on. Eating, okay? Be very deliberate about what you're eating. Always have an intention when you eat. Don't eat unconsciously. Food, they have you know, they have set intentions on its warfare in the form of food, in the form of chemicals, and they war with our harmonic system, our neurological system, our body. So, you know, sometimes I feel really bad, like, man, I've had all these medications throughout my life and antibiotics, and, you know, a lot of things that I have taken, there were lawsuits for them, and I didn't get to file the class action lawsuit, and because of the damage that these things caused me, right, throughout my lifetime. And so a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with is not like just sickness, because, you know, of sickle cell or whatever, or something is as a result of that. But, you know, it's cool, it's all good, because I know I can handle it, and I'm definitely going to always transmute and bring something beautiful from it, because that's what I'm here to do. Just like you are here to do that, and it may be different for you, but I just want to say, you know, just allow yourself to be yourself. The easiest way to find yourself is by learning how to get in a state of allowance and receptivity. You are not for everybody, okay? Most of us will not be popular people. Most of us will not be liked. Can you be okay with that? Like, do everybody have to like you? Do your family have to like you? Do your parents have to like you? No, you don't. You don't have to. I'm not on that totalitarian, you know, coming and taking people's land and taking people's mind and willpower and bending it and forcing it to be what I want it to be, because that's what makes me comfortable. I'm not going to colonize other people's path and minds because it makes me uncomfortable. So just getting comfortable with not being liked will help you to step into your purpose. I knew the risk that was going to come with me doing this. But look at how powerful it is now that we have connected. My soul tribe would not, some of y'all been with me since day one, which is so amazing. I did a reading with somebody, and she's like, yeah, I'm a day one. I'm like, damn, yo, you went through all this, you know, shit with me, you know, where I'm trying, I want answers. I want answers, you know, and like, you stuck with me through all of that. Like, that's really dope. Thank you. Like, I mean that from my heart. Like, thank you. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know that those videos I was doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years ago would be manifesting now. You know, like, at the time I was just following intuition. So yes, build up that trust with yourself, y'all. Integrate yourselves. Go within. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to lose people. Don't be afraid to lose things. You know, it's just like, it's just not benefiting us to live in fear. It's not. And what happens is fear and your ego, and the ego is not the enemy, and I put that in the video with the last energetic update for this week that I posted for the collective. If you hadn't watched it, go back and watch it. That joint is lit, and it's so good, and so many gems in there that you can take and use to access your own downloads and light codes. But so what is happening is, as we are stepping more into our authenticity, some people just can't handle it. Can you be okay with that? You know? Because, and if you're not okay with that, that's okay too. It's okay that you're not okay. But to be honest with you, that's what religion was all about, was control. So when you become spiritual, I don't have to control everything around me, and I don't have to control everybody. So it don't mean that you're not a deliberate co-creator and you're not setting intentions to manifest things. It just means that I'm not going to feel like I have to control every aspect of every human soul that I interact, or organic portal that doesn't have a soul. I mean, whatever it may be. I don't have to have control over that. I don't have to. It's too much. You cannot micromanage the laws of the universe. You cannot. You can't. You can study them, learn to get in alignment with them, learn to be receptive, learn to balance the feminine and masculine principle within you, and then life just opens itself up to you. Um, so yeah, I hope that this answers some questions that some of y'all had. I know a lot of y'all been having experiences. I touched on using divination and things like that. If you've left religion, there are some things that you feel drawn to. Research, research, research. Meditate, listen to your innermost being, and just take your time with it. Okay? You don't have to be in a hurry. Again, awakening means we're no longer going to be slaves to time. We're not going to have to eat by the sweat of the brow. That was like some curse type shit. Just to believe that that's the process of being able to have abundance is not beneficial. That's the laws that worked on 3D Earth, they don't work on the higher dimensions. So this is why the beings, the divine ones within higher perspectives, higher consciousness and dimensions, higher on the evolutionary scale, are watching us and helping us, right? Because we don't even know how powerful we are. And a lot of us are sitting here right now, but trust and believe that there's another aspect of you within another dimension or another parallel reality that is doing something completely different right now in this very moment. And I think I'm going to end with this because I just kind of want to hit you with something that hopefully will jolt you out of, because the 3D matrix sometimes just have our mind where we just can't even be as spiritual minded as we want to be, because we got to function in the 3D matrix so much. So it's just like being able to shift from the left brain to the right brain on a dime that's not easy to do. It just takes a little work, but it can be done. But so with that being said, the stuff that you're fearful of is the key to the things your heart desire the most. Real talk, it is. And so challenge yourself for the next 30 days. Dedicate to yourself and show yourself how much you love yourself, and invest in yourself. Like, for real. You're gonna feel guilt come up the more you do this. You go hear the programs. You go hear the ego, because you're shaking things up. The ego not, used to all of that. Check out Matt Kahn video called Respecting the Shadow. One of the deepest shadow work lectures I have ever heard in my life. Took me to a whole other level. With that being said, just practice being spiritual minded. Practice seeing things from a spiritual perspective. I don't care what it is, and I don't care if there's a logical explanation for whatever it is. If that experience for you felt spiritual, or what we sometimes would call paranormal, or different, or strange, or whatever, it is what it is, because that's what it is to you. This is how you take your power back. We've been drained of our power. So the multi-dimensional self point that I was going to make, and I'm going to end this after this, and if I missed a question or something, just feel free to send it to us, because we haven't forgot about the giveaway. We're going to do the giveaway. We're just taking our time and giving people the opportunity to be active on the website. And it's going to be based on the activity on the website and who's the most active, whether that's commenting, blogging, sharing information, whatever. Products, services, things like that. Yeah. So we haven't forgot about that. But multidimensionally, you're multidimensional. So see, I've met a few other aspects of me. And one aspect of me, and I'm saying this to say this, your higher self basically is you in a much higher dimension and consciousness that has evolved way past where you are. And basically the higher self comes back to revisit you, so that the trajectory, or maybe some of the things the higher self saw you experience and go through, and you don't have to go through it. So the higher self is time traveling, coming back to you, speaking to you, giving you nudges, just putting you in the right path with the right people, helping you figure out what your harmonic resonance is, what feels right to you, what frequency you're on, what vibration you desire to be, finding people who are a reflection of that vibration and just participating in their lives or their videos or their whatever. Again, whatever we give energy and attention to, just remember you're creating a contract with that. So make sure that what you're giving energy and attention to is in alignment with you and your highest potential. So with that being said, right now I'm doing this video, but there's another aspect of me, and I've practiced so much. The more you practice, the more clearly you can see it and experience it. But there's a community of people, I was told to share this with y'all in a totally separate video because it's so deep and so good. It deserves its own video, but it just takes too long for me to try to break all these light codes down and do that. But some things do deserve their own video where it's just that one thing. So cut it off, forget everything I said, and now this is that one video and that one thing that's going to activate you, right? And open you up to more of your meta abilities, superhuman abilities, goddess abilities. So in shamanic meditation, I realized that there was an aspect of me, I don't know if it's in the future or in the past, but really it don't even matter because, again, like I said, time and space is even changing. The fabric of that is even changing as we're changing and evolving. But they worship me. And so basically, I was like this healer among this civilization. And I was an oracle and channel, and I was the reason for so many great things, from being able to survive famine and war because of the light codes that I was able to give to my people. And so what happened, I don't think I died, but something happened and I kind of went into a coma. And so they have me in this really beautiful bed, this really beautiful setup. They keep fresh flowers around me at all times. They keep me dressed really nicely and clean. And there are children in the village. And a lot of these children just come and just sit at my feet and sit with me and rub my feet. Like they really it gives them joy to be able to do this. And so they rub these special oils and anoint me and all of this. And the elders in the village basically teach the children in the village about me and some of the things that I was able to help this civilization accomplish and do. And some of the things I was able to help them avoid that were harmful. And so like they sit around and do like these powwows and share these stories and experiences, and it light the children up in the eyes. And it's like, oh my goodness, so wonderful. And then they come back to where I am and they talk to me and they're like, even though, it seems like you're dead, we know that you're not. Because of your teachings to our elders, we know that you're not. We just want to take this time to honor you and acknowledge you. And so they just play and put flowers in my hair and stuff like that. But when I'm not in alignment with my higher self, the energy that's coming off of that aspect of me within that realm becomes dense, negative, toxic, and it feels really bad. So this may manifest itself in a lot of rain, floods, maybe the crops go bad because this energy is resonating out of me. And so that helps me to be self-aware and to not give up on myself and my journey, because I impact the weather, I impact the state of mind, I impact this civilization and the direction that they're going into. I'm not special. You're multi-dimensional. Your story could be very similar, very different, but you are somewhere else. All of us are always creating something, whether that's with the creative force energy of intimacy or sex, or whether that's just what you're creating by what you choose, what thoughts you allow to marinate in your Christ consciousness, and that oil of anointing that is being activated and raising up the spine, raising up the 33 vertebrae, the 33 ladders, Jacob's ladder, accessing, coming into the pineal gland, radiating through the crown. As all of this is happening. So be aware that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, but you are creating universes. There are universes inside of you, but what happens with them is definitely determined by what's happening with you. So you could be a son in another civilization. And when you go into the dark night of the soul and you stay longer than you need to because you're sulking, or you're not giving the time to yourself to heal, or you're not disciplining yourself to do the things that you know that you should to help you, then just imagine that that civilization is not getting any sun. So the crop's not growing. You know what I'm saying? They not happy. They miserable. It might seem like, and as a someone who went to school for psychology, that may seem like grandiose thinking of a narcissist. Who gives a fuck what it's called? It don't matter what it's called. It's not doing anybody any harm. It's actually doing benefit, and it's pulling you out of feeling like you just one two-dimensional person, three-dimensional person, and it's allowing you to step more into the energy of your multi-dimensionality. So if you don't know what that is, if you can't connect to your multidimensional self or a past life or a future life or any of those things, that's okay. Create it. You create it, and confirmation will come to you to figure out, am I a sun? Am I a moon? Am I a god or goddess somewhere else? You know, am I a healer within a village somewhere else? And so by you doing this, it inspires you and it motivates you to continue on this path, this journey, especially when the going gets tough. And so I'm like, when I find myself getting there, I'm like, you know what? I'm starving this village right now because I'm holding on to some shit that I need to let go of. Because I'm being self-critical, and I need to learn how to love myself even when I'm not perfect. And then that alone, just seeing those little kids' faces, because there have times where I got in a sunken place and I was there for a really long time, and I could have came out of it, but because of what I was choosing to do, my free will was not allowing me to come out of it. And when I finally went back into that realm, when I meditated, they were so sad. The children were weeping and crying at my feet because no light and no warmth and no sweet fragrances had not been radiating from me. It was toxic what was radiating from me, and it was making them sick, and it was making them depressed and sad, and the sun wasn't shining. You know, crops wasn't growing. And when I went into that particular avatar and saw the impact that I was having within their realm, it broke my heart. And I was just like telepathically communicating with this civilization. I'm just not figuring out who I am. And I didn't know that what I do here has an impact multidimensionally. I didn't know. But seeing you weep and seeing the elders using every herb, every remedy, every prayer, every chant, every ritual, every ceremony that they knew how to pull me out of that. And the hope was restored. So what I had to do was I had to commit to myself in that moment right there to learn how to be fully present with myself, to discipline myself to do the things that I know that I should, to create the time to do the things that I know that I should do, to create the sacred space to do these things, because I don't want to deprive this aspect of myself and deprive all of these people who are dependent on me. That's you too. We are always creating something. The power of your words. You speak life or death in the tongue. The power of your thoughts, the power of your vibration, the power of the things, again, where you are putting your money, your attention, your energy is giving life to some type of thought form, some type of egregore. You know what I'm saying? That they look at us like golem because it's just like we're dead in the mind and like zombies. You want to break that. And you're like, no, I'm multidimensional. Like I am a star in another galaxy, and what happens with me here matters. This is one of the secret keys that I've been really needing to share with y'all that has helped me. People are like, how do you do it? How do you do it, Camson? How do you do it all? And this is one of the answers to the how that I had not given you all before in totality like this. So I hope that this spoke to someone and resonated with you. Thank you for sticking in here with me. I've been on here for 95, almost 95 minutes. Whoa, I didn't even know I was in here for that long. It didn't even feel like, you see what I mean? When you tap into that resonance, you collapse time and space. And time don't even move the same because of the perspective of where you are standing and the connection with your multidimensional self. It takes the power back away from time and space. So this is what it means to awaken to your divinity, your sovereignty, to be a god, to be a goddess. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to read every book. You don't have to feel like you can debate with anybody and do this and that. None of that shit matters. None of that matters. It's you. You are important. You are capable. You are love. You are learning to heal. You are healing others. And you are clearing 7 generations of bloodlines just by the decisions that you're making every single day to be better. I just have to say that to you. I see you. I see the beauty in you, and I see the beast. And all of it is beautiful. I have no judgment for you for none of it. So you should not have any judgment to yourself for any of it. Judgment is not necessary to improve. Awareness is necessary to improve. But when we connect judgment to it, we put ourselves in a state of conflict, internal conflict, conviction, and condemnation. Okay? So the nation is being condemned for a lot of harmful things that have been done. But don't condemn yourself. See this happening, but this is not your karma. Okay? This does not belong to you. So when you see me post things about maybe some remote viewing, something that I saw, and an article came up and it confirmed it. When you see me post all of this stuff, I don't want it to confuse you to make you be like, yo, but I thought she said we can create our own reality. We create a new heaven and a new earth. Why is she even giving attention to this? Why is she talking about this? Because as an oracle, that is what my job is to do, is to translate, to uncover, expose the things, the undercurrents that are impacting us on a subconscious and collective level and unconsciously, and to be able to decipher that and to activate y'all. So I'm still doing readings right now because even though it takes a lot of energy and time, I am helping to set up the next wave of workers that are here. I'm helping just to activate the avatars, to help guide you all to figure out what your mission is, to figure out who your I am that I am is. And so a lot of people in the spiritual community start off doing readings and they stop doing them. I've been doing them for a while. I'm going to keep doing them until they tell me not to. So if you would like to get a reading with me, read the reviews, the testimonials on the website first, make a decision. I am running a special for my birthday. It's called Just for Love, JUS, the number 4, love, LUV, just for you. There are some discounts as well on some of the products that we offer. A lot of them are custom made. We do it on demand. A lot of the potions, they're not just sitting around. Again, I want to make sure that the energy and the intent is clear and pure and strong so that when you get the potion, you're not getting a whole lot of other stuff, right? And I talked about that in the last light code. I'm realizing now why my potions have such impact and accuracy as far as the intention that is set. You can read the reviews on that as well. One of them was posted on the channel. Shout out to Rashama. Thank you so much for your review. Your reviews and testimonials are considered the activity that we were talking about for the giveaway. So share, share, share. This is a place, Remnants Gathering, the Weirdo Gang. This is a place where you can share you without being judged. And in the process of you doing that, you are opening yourself up to be able to step into that energy that you are ready for. And so this is a sacred space, you know, this is a sacred space, and you can express yourself as weird and as crazy, because some of y'all, I thought I was crazy. Some of y'all is crazy as me. I'm talking about crazy, batshit crazy, crazy dreams. I love it. And it's beautiful. We have no judgment for it. We don't. Mental health issues is coming up a lot. It's okay. Use what I've given you in this video. It's going to help you to get through that. A lot of us have mental and emotional imbalances. It's okay. It is what it is. But on a collective level, it's coming to a head. You're going to see a lot of people having nervous breakdowns and things like that and losing their mind, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. Everything is always going to work out for us. Always going to work out for us. Always going to work out for you. I need you to know that I see you. I see the work that you are doing. I believe in you. I honor the divinity within you. I have no judgment and condemnation for you. I will only empower. I will only speak the truth. And I will give it to you straight, just like that, because that's what we need. No chaser. No chaser. So I love y'all. We have some more spoken word, and I just realized the power of my words and everything like that. I'm an air witch, so a lot of the things is intellect and air and words, and a lot of the magic and the power that I have, it comes in that form, earnest as well. So be looking out for that. Be looking out for new meditation. Shout out to Tunes. Tunes has been tuning and helping us on that side. If you have services, something you would like to offer, maybe a product or something that you do, we do have a IG profile set up called talk.wealth to me, the number 2, me. That was inspired by the Passion Economy lecture that was done by Red Pill and Billionaire PA. Thank you for that. And so if you want like some services or products or something, just find us on IG or whatever, message us, and like we'll make the post for you. You can say, hey, I create this with resin, or I make organite, and we'll post it for you and post your information totally for free. Just something we want to be able to do. So again, just pay attention to how you move, where you sow your energy and your time and effort. We are here for you. We love you all so much. Stay encouraged. Complete the rest of this week. Complete the rest of this weekend. Make it great. Make it beautiful. Don't allow anybody to write your narrative. You write your own narrative. Do your shadow work. Write in your journal. Know that the shit you writing is important. Visualize 1,000 years from now. People gonna be looking at your shit like emerald tablets of Kim, emerald tablets of Lisa. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. You are that important, that special. This is not being narcissistic. This is called taking your power back. There is a difference. So I love y'all so much. If it's a topic you would like for me or us to discuss or cover, let us know. We are creating those shows as we go. We will be talking about those things. And I hope this answered your questions. If you missed it, just take it back, catch the replay. I love you. This was my gift to you on my solar return day. So much more to come. I'm so excited for all the things that are happening. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the good vibrations. Thank you for the meta prayers, meditations, prayers, whatever it is that you do, and you are sending just beautiful things our way and energy. We appreciate you, and we send it back to you 30, 60, 100 fold. It is that it is. It is that it is. You are that you are. I am that I am that I am. And things will work out for us, and we will come out on top. It is not going to go any other way, because we got each other back, and we empower each other, and we do not drain each other. You know what I'm saying? That's real. So thank you. We love y'all. And as we always say, man, your third eye has just been kissed. All right. Peace.